Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mordor campaign. It is episode 143, unbelievably. Tons of things going on. First and foremost, we'll work in a counterclockwise way. That seems to be the most logical. Up in the northeast, we have, well, I took a bunch of units out of the Dalish holdings and Erebor, and I've now built a somewhat serviceable army for our old friend, Dwar of Wa, Lord of Terror. And I think we'll advance a little bit. I don't want to try to attempt to take out this stack and a half alone. I just wanted to start building and laying the foundation for a proper army. For Dwar of Wa, we have all sorts of reinforcements coming from Mirkwood. We have Morning Guard, a couple Uruks, Maulers, etc., etc. They should be arriving within the next few turns. The idea here is that Dawndeath the Mad is going to push north, capture, what is it, Worm Cove? Yeah, he'll capture Worm Cove, he'll leave behind a garrison, and then he'll rendezvous and meet up with his old friend, Dwar of Wa, Lord of Terror. They are very old friends. They go back millennia. I'm fairly certain that Dwar of Wa and Dawndeath are like the original, like the OGs, the original generals. Dawndeath for sure. Well, at one point we had the Witch King of Angmar, but I'm fairly certain he died outside the Black Gate in like episode 8. But anyway, Dwar of Wa and Dawndeath, they're like this. And just imagine right now that I'm holding my hand up and I've got my fingers crossed just to illustrate that they're that close. They're as close as my index finger is to my middle finger. That's how fucking close they are. They're like best friends. They braid each other's hoods. They sew patches into the robes. When body parts fall off, they like retrieve them and give them, be like, oh, you dropped your hand. It's like, oh, thanks, my friend. Anyway, we're gonna capture Worm Cove, and then we will march on Azanu-Lim-Bardoom. Every episode it has to be quicker. Azanu-Lim-Bardoom. 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 Start to sound a little Spanish as we go. Espanol. Alright, we may as well look at our notifications. We have recruited, just for some reason, a fuck ton of archers in Entwade, Carindros, Limelight Fort, Bjorn's Halls, etc. Apparently we just really wanted the archers, and I can't recall why, which is horrible. That is horrendous. Up in the north we have our old friend Ren the Unclean, the Mean. Ren the Unclean, the Mean, the Green Machine. He's gonna go and capture Latash and wipe his ass. We are going to besiege the place. We have our artillery corps following behind closely, and we may as well have them join the battle line. And we will pull a unit of Orc Band. Well, we can't now, but unless we... Nope, we can't get our lieutenant in there. He'll just have to sit on the sidelines. We're going to besiege the place and build some ladders. This is a fortress. I almost wonder. I'm fairly certain we could just assault the walls and capture it right away, but I want to spend at least one turn to build some equipment, just to make it easier. These are dwarves after all. They're not the most fun to battle. There we go. That's quite a lot of equipment. Holy shit. Okay, so next turn we will fight the battle for Latash and capture it. Adunafel the Quiet, the engineer, weirdly enough. Apparently this entire time Adunafel has been going to night school. In the day he would work as a general, as a blight upon the earth, a nightmare amongst men, and then at night he puts on his glasses and he goes to school. Apparently he's now a chemical engineer. Very bizarre. He is going to be receiving reinforcements in the form of some spiders and some other garbage tier orcs, and that will have filled out his ranks to some degree. I'm fairly certain that he can now march on Coldfells unopposed. It's garrisoned right to the tits. Narvi the Gambler is the garrison commander there, and I have to say, I really like his, I don't know what you would call that, circlet. his iron headband. It's crazy. We have also built a metric fuck ton of temples. The demand for candles has shot through the roof, and also virgin's blood. Candles and virgin's blood. The demand is just through the fucking roof, and it's very difficult to get your hands on such items, believe it or not. Minas Morgul, we've built a troll training ground which allows us to recruit the old Oleg High. And let's just take a side note and look at Mordor. So, I've recruited all sorts of garbage tier units because I'm trying to build armies so that I may have a bit of a lightning war, a bit of a blitzkrieg, yeah, if you will, against the old Haradrim. But I'm beginning to regret this because we're now dipping into debt. We have invested heavily into these armies. We now have, you know, at least 3 full stacks, potentially 4 or 5 with all of our reinforcements, and they're not doing anything, and they probably will not be doing anything for the foreseeable future because these armies scare the shit out of me. Tarnost and Lond Galen, and also the border just west of Durwath. My fear is I will launch a war, I will capture a bunch of core territories of the Haradrim, and I have a feeling like all of these stacks are just going to wash over our one stack in Uvatha the Horseman. We have yet to staff all of these river crossings. There's one here, there's another down here. It's just not likely that we're going to be able to withstand the Haradrim on this flank. I'm sure we could penetrate deep into the heart of Harad via these few stacks, but I'm not sure what's going to... And even worse, in the west with Lond Galen and the border, this is the soft noodly appendage of Mordor. This is basically the extent of our power projection. So these guys could very easily just capture all of our territories, and there's not much we can do about it. So I'm still reticent to declare war on Herod. Now, I've been looking at what Run is doing, and they are slowly chipping away at Herod. I think I just want to wait a little bit more until they draw some additional attention. Maybe we can close some of these fronts. Like, for example, if I eliminate the dwarves in the west, then we can more readily concentrate on fully staffing Durwath and the mountain passes in Dunharrow. Oh yes, Dunharrow is another excellent front, which we could easily do a lot of damage to, but of course Tarnost is very close by, so maybe we could ultimately do some sort of like nefarious pincer move and begin to crush these armies, but I don't know, it's not looking great, and I'm scared of Herod, basically. And I've now invested a huge amount of money and cash into those armies, and I can't really see them doing a lot in the foreseeable future, but what we do need to do is continue to crush the men and elves of the west. So we are beginning to reinforce Moria because we've pulled a bunch of troops out of there, so we just need a small stack there to act as reinforcements for this push against Arnor. We currently have Aragorn, not the Aragorn, just a Aragorn. We have Malor the Profane in North Tharbad. South Tharbad currently occupied by our allies Isengard. So between these two guys, they have a full stack. We've got basically a full stack in the hands of a captain up here, which is not at all bad. A captain, that's just a recipe for a routed army, basically. And then, of course, we have a full stack, or very nearly a full stack, in Osten Edel. Luckily, it seems a lot of these units are lightly armored militia and the like, so there should be no issues there. We're going to conduct a pincer movement on the town. First, though, I think we need to kill Ereval the Mean. Let's see if... I'm pretty sure he'll flee, but I'm not sure where he'll flee to. Okay, I'm gonna have a Corahil kill Ereval, and I will see you guys afterwards. There's no need to show this battle, basically, but I want to kill him, for sure. Oh, he has a subordinate. Gandalf the Mean, that's right. Gandalf and Aragorn, not the ones you think about. They're just no-name store brand Aragorn and Gandalf. Alright everyone, I'm going to destroy Ereval the Mean and his army, and we will march on Osten Edel. I will see you in just a moment. Alright, we managed to scatter that little army. Ereval died. Gandalf the Mean did not. He has retreated towards Osten Edel, which is quite unfortunate for him because we're going to get a forced draw out here, which is seriously excellent. Captain Arathorn is here as well. He's got some hobbits and some Arnorian archers, which I'm sure will not stand a chance. I'm fairly certain this army will not stand a chance in the field either. These Dunedain Knights and these Knights of Anúminas are probably, well, plus these Arnor Sergeants, basically all of the cavalry of Arnor, probably an issue. Not so much the militia. The men-at-arms, maybe, but I have a feeling we could just swarm them without mercy. I bet you what we could do actually is, it would be better, I think, for us to do a night attack just to prevent these... well, actually, here's the question. Do I want to fight a field battle, or should I starve them out? I'm fairly certain I'm going to fight a field battle, no problem. Alright guys, we're about, I want to say 11, 12 minutes in. If you're still watching, it's pretty clear to me that you are liking the video, so how about you drop a comment, drop a like, that would be greatly appreciated. Moving on, we are going to get our siege equipment in. I imagine they don't have any, correct? Okay, so it would be best for us if we get 2 catapults, or at least 1 catapult into this army. What would I drop? I would like to get both catapults into this army. Okay, so we'll drop... Well, unfortunately we can't. So we'll add 1 catapult to this army. These others will march toward... Well, we'll get them in position to reinforce just in case. Next turn we can reinforce Acorahil and replenish his army, and we will have captured Osten Edel. Maybe we'll fight that next episode. And once we've done that, we can garrison it and probably just march directly on... Oh, fuck, I forgot about this place. Bairig. We could probably march directly on Bairig and capture that. So 2 territories, basically, for the price of 1. That will give us a unified front. All the way, basically, up to Coldfells. We have this river running here. And that leads to South Tharbad and beyond to Londare. Now, in Londare, we've built an army. Hormarath has a bit of siege equipment. He has a shit ton of infantry that I managed to scrounge together. Ideally, we would like to hold this river. I'm not entirely sure how this will work, as the elves are notoriously good at fighting choke point battles because their army units are small and tough as fuck. So I'm not entirely confident about holding that front, but regardless, we are going to move on. I'm fairly certain we could probably just end the... well, no. You know what? Let's fight this battle. I think we have more than enough time. We will kill Gandalf and Captain Arathorn, no problem. And then we could deal with Argaleb, who only has 1,900 men. So we have 3 units of cavalry we really need to be concerned about. I'm going to have to use my halberds and the like smartly. If possible, if we could deploy on a hill, that would be great. Anyway, everyone, let's just jump right in here. I will see you on the battlefield. Okay, so luckily we have managed to deploy on something that looks like a hill. We are, of course, going to have to leave this position, I believe, because the enemy is not going to come to us. So, let's just take a look at what we got. Well, it doesn't really matter what I've done because we're going to immediately disband this formation and march forward. I think we should retain the high ground, though. So let's pull our orc band over here. We'll get these halberds out of formation. Pike formation, that is, and they will act as the second line. The archers will rush to position. But first we should grab our general, put him there. He can claim the high ground and possibly force any of these smaller units that are left off. Weird. It looks like in the map there's what in the fuck is that? Oh my god. It's like a little sperm or something. Very bizarre. I guess that's just denoting, of course, that we are at the top of the hill, and that's exactly where we want to deploy, up on this hill. So I think it would be better for us if we turn more this way. Okay, I want all of my units to move at the same time, so let's just do this. We'll get the Nazgul up, the spears up. I really want my anti-cavalry forces moving, and we'll get the infantry, the poor fucking infantry up here, and the halberds, which are already out of pike formation, just to make sure. There we go. We want everyone running, and then of course the catapults. I say let's leave the Arnorians where they are for now. I was going to say let's harass them, but I'm fairly certain that may just end up with me taking a bunch of casualties. Okay, so these are the remnants of Aravar's army, I think. It looks like... Oh no, this is the other guy. It's not Gandalf the Mean, but it is the captain or whatever. He has some hobbits here who are just so cute. They really should not be here. I feel bad. They shouldn't be here. And whoever would have the hobbits form a battle line, that person is immoral and really ought to be disbarred. Whatever the equivalent of disbarred is. Demoted, relieved of command. That would be the way to phrase it. Okay, so the Arnorians are forming up on the road here, immediately opposing us, which is excellent. That's exactly where we want them. What is this? Some Dunedain bodyguards. They're not just left alone, are they? I'm pretty sure there's some units here hidden away. Okay, looks like we are ready to form a battle line. Let's get the halberds out front in a chevron formation. Okay. We will have some Morning Guard backing them up in the center, as well as some Orc bands. We have like a 3-line situation going on. The Orc band are going to hold the flanks as well, further back to guard against any of that cavalry that may decide to flank around, as happened to me against Aravar and Gandalf the Mean. My Uruk archers never saw it coming and they got fucking nailed. I think they lost like 20 men in the charge. It was ridiculous. Of course, we want the catapult as far forward as possible. Maybe just in the tippy tip of that. Well, no, just behind the Orc band in the chevron there. The Maulers, I think, will sit on the flanks as well. They can charge around if necessary. Then we'll have some Raiders and Uruks backing up each flank. There we go. Something like this. I do need these Orc band far afield. There we go. And the Maulers as well. Need to be further out. There we go. So we have something resembling a defensive formation here. Oh, fuck. The Arnorians are already coming at us. Okay, we need to start... Ah, shit. We need to start launching missiles already. Let's see. We've got Knights of Anuminas. That's what we should really be taking care of. I need these guys in pike formation. There we go. That should deal with those knights. I want my archers out front. No, they should just sit tight where they are. What in the fuck are you guys doing? Come on. Build a line, you jackasses. Okay, my archers. I want them to fire at... Well, it seems the Arnorian archers are the only targets right now. They look to be lightly armored. Oh, Dunedain Rangers, that's... Okay, we're gonna start skirmishing with the cav. Maybe we could scare off these archers. I just really need to get this catapult into position. There we go. If I can disrupt the archers long enough, You know, so that we can fire at them without them firing too much at us. That would be ideal. Especially these Dunedain Rangers, because they're basically elves at this point. And they're very susceptible to a cavalry charge. Okay, so this is coming together. We've got the Knights of Inuminas on our left flank. The Arnor Sergeants on our right. And I think we're basically... maybe we're impervious to a cavalry charge. Actually, I'm going to have the Orc Band posted at the rear. There we go. Alright, so our Nazgul are chasing off these archers. We're actually going to charge directly into these Dunedain Rangers. We're beginning to receive missile fire. They've gone into a loose formation, and we're slaying tens of them. Holy shit. Okay, let's disengage. We've managed to chase off their missile wing. It seems that they haven't gotten a single volley off, but I really want to fire into the massive men in the center here, and I need these catapults in guard mode. My archers also in guard mode, not skirmishing. There we go. Could probably get these orc archers up. All my men are very tired. Or are they? Well, some of them are winded, some of them are tired. Why are my archers tired? I guess because they're pulling the bows. The, like, 10-pound bows that we have. Oh, fuck, the cavalry is coming hot and heavy. Okay, so these Knights of Inuminas are probably going to come around the flank, maybe. Holy shit. Okay, we need to focus fire here. We're going to focus on these Knights. I really want to take them down. These Arnor Sergeants... I assume they're going to try to go around the flank. I really don't want them to come into this little hole here. Okay, we'll move these orc raiders back. Like so. Okay, are my catapults gonna get a volley off in time? This is the question. Are we firing everything we have? We're getting mostly indirect fire. Oh, we are causing casualties though. Shit, that's excellent. Oh my god, the the Arnor Sergeants charged directly uphill into my unit of Orc Band. Holy fuck, that is ridiculous. We'll get in there with the Orc Maulers as well. I think that unit is basically done for. Let's see. Where have my Nazgul gone? Okay, we're gonna put them on the flank so that we can swing around and crush anything that gets left behind. What are my fucking catapults doing? Okay, they are getting ready. Oh, they're not using flaming ammunition. They've been firing this entire time, I just haven't seen it. Oh, there we go. 2 men down. Wow, these... I don't know what the fuck these knights are doing, but they're in for a rough time. We're gonna flank around with the Maulers. We'll keep the Orc Band. Are they charging directly into my... Okay. Well, we're going to charge these militia in the flank. Oh my god, this is gonna go horrendously wrong for this cavalry if we can at least pin them down. Okay, we're gonna get the Nazgul out. What is this? They've gone for the tip of the chevron. They've gone for just the tip, weirdly enough. And yeah, my Orc Band seemed to resist that charge well enough, it seems. We took a couple, like 20 men fell down? I don't really... They fell down. They just kind of fell over and were never heard from again. Let's see. We have a bunch of Okay, we're going to fire at these Arnor Sergeants, maybe? What's a prime target? Okay, we'll go for the bodyguard, actually. There we go. Because I'm fairly certain we can flank around and crush the vast majority of this infantry. Let's see, we've got our 3 units here. Now, we just gotta wait until these men-at-arms maybe commit. You know what, let's block off these sergeants with some Orc Raiders. This unit here, just a really thin column like that. This unit will charge out to engage these militiamen. We'll have the Uruks behind the pikes. They can charge out from the pikes to flank anything that comes at us. We're going to reinforce the tip with these Morning Guard. These guys are going to swing... Well, we'll leave the Uruks where they are, actually. These guys are going to swing out like so. Because we want them to flank far around field. And these anti-cav units are going to form up to box in these knights. And we'll get the Nazgul to charge them in the rear just to ensure they don't... Okay, well these guys are already engaging. Let's get the Orc band around to block their retreat. Oh my fuck. I forgot about... I forgot about my catapult, so I just roasted... Ooh. An uncomfortable amount of halberds. Okay, we're going to have to fire now at these Arnorian archers here. Yikes. Not feeling hot about that one. Okay, I think maybe we're going to start chasing off... Okay, we got some sergeants here we can chase down and kill. There we go, mob them. We've now blocked the retreat of these knights. The militiamen are beginning to waver. Let's get the maulers in there. And we will pull out these 2 units of Orc Band, as I said, over here. Okay, let's see what's going on in this flank. We have not been able to execute that... Well, we'll try to force our way through here to block the retreat of these sergeants, or whatever the fuck they are. Our archers are still firing at... Okay, they're still firing at the bodyguard in the center of the field. Excellent. Our Nazgul... Okay, once the Nazgul have dealt with these Arnor sergeants, we'll begin to chase off these archers to prevent them from hitting our back lines. And once we're able... Once we've disrupted 1 or 2 volleys, we'll turn around and we'll start hitting this infantry in the rear just to support what will now become our flanking forces. Right? Okay, so this Arnor militia are really beginning to waver. We're cutting through these knights. There's only 40 of them left. We've just missed twice that mass of archers, unfortunately. Okay, we really need to get these guys around the flank now. Those militiamen have broken. And now we can start rolling up the flanks. Let's see. Okay, we have indeed broken, or rather we've boxed in those Arnor sergeants. Let's break them with a charge to the rear. There we go. These militiamen are breaking too. We've got some Arnor men-at-arms breaking through our halberd line. Let's reinforce with our sword and board Uruks. We will also do the same here. We'll charge into those militia, or whatever the hell they are on the front lines. Okay, so we have destroyed that unit of Arnor sergeants. I think there's, what, 1 left? Yeah, 1 left. We've had to flee because of these militiamen coming in, but we can now charge at these archers once this catapult volley is done. Let's stop that from firing. Okay, this battle is very much stop and go. I apologize, but there's a lot going on here. We're going to be flanking with these Orc Band all the way around. We've got the Arnor, the Numenorians rather, in. Oh, fuck, the bodyguard is coming to bog us down. Shit. The Dunedain bodyguard are coming. Once these Arnor sergeants are done, we can start rolling up the flank. Let's do it right now and break those militia. These sergeants are... There's only 7 of them left, so... Okay, we gotta get our Numenorians out of here because the Dunedain are gonna charge. Okay, now our archers are firing... Let's get them to fire at these militiamen and these archers. There we go. Okay, the Orc Raiders are going to... We'll set 1 unit to charge into the rear. We'll get these guys to chase off the hobbits, because they really are not good combatants, I can't imagine. There we go. Something like this. Now on this flank, we still have our maulers and our Orc Band cutting through these knights. Shit, our halberds are really not doing well on this flank. I think it's because of those men-at-arms. We are about to break the militiamen, I assume. And there are 6 sergeants left on that flank. And they're beginning to flee. So let's get around the flank with the Orc Band and the maulers. Here are the Numenorians to chase down some of those militia. Okay, well, we've been charged by the bodyguard and our Orc Raiders probably not going to do so well there, but if we bog them down... Oh, there's only 4 of them? Shit, our archers did work. Oh, no. No, there's 13 here. Well, maybe what we could do is kill 1 bodyguard. Bog down them with our raiders. Oh, shit, this flank is... A lot of stuff's going on. Okay, so... We've got 2 units of Orc Raiders here that are going to box in these men-at-arms. Our Maulers and our Orc Band are going to charge into the center of the field to limit the ability of those cavalry units to do damage, the bodyguard and whatnot. We are going to fire at these... There was Dunedain Rangers. Here they are. There's only 25, but that'll do. And now we are going to... Okay, we are beginning to break those militia. The Knights of Anuminas are still fighting hard. There's only 8 of them. But once we break those militia, we should be good. Okay, so we've charged the bodyguard. We've now been charged by another unit of bodyguard. There's only 7 of them. We can turn around and attack them, but I think maybe their charge is a little bit stronger. Let's pull through our own units here and get out of there. Orc Raiders ready to attack. Excellent. Let's see. There's action going on in the center. The bodyguard have pulled out, or at least 1 unit has. We've got some hobbits here that we're going to break with the Numenorians. Holy fuck, we've killed half of the enemy right now. Fucking A. We're very effective today. We killed half of the Numenorians, or Arnorians rather, and we've barely lost anything ourselves. Only just shy of 20%. Now the Arnor men-at-arms and the militia are breaking and beginning to break here. Our Uruks are charging out, and now we can properly roll up the flank. I really want to get those knights out of here, though. I think they're gone. I don't see them anywhere. Okay, excellent. So now we can do the same on this flank. We'll charge out and box in anyone who dares to retreat. Yeah, these Arnor men-at-arms have broken too. Excellent. Let's continue into the center, because there's quite a little mob here. Some are wavering, but these dismounted Dunedain Knights, as I mentioned before, kind of make me quake in my orc booties. My little woolen orc booties. Okay, our archers are beginning to take serious casualties, so I'm going to pull them back. They've basically done all they can at this point. Catapult has no prime targets. We will stop firing. There we go. Now our Numenorians, or rather... Oh no, our Numenorians are going to begin causing havoc in the field here. Ooh, shit, we have really done work here. We just got to break these dismounted Dunedain Knights, and we're good. Okay, we've basically routed the entire Arnorian force at this point. We just got to hammer home on these Dunedain Knights. Where are my Numenorians? In the center of the field. Okay. Let's charge these archers, make sure they're breaking. I have no idea where the bodyguard has... The Dunedain bodyguard has gone at this point. We've got 1 here with 4 men in it. That seems like a job for the Numenorians as well. I'm just pulling them across the field because we know we can do this. The Numenorians are fucking impervious to all damage, basically. There we go. We've met the Numenorians in the middle of a bunch of routing men, and we've just slain what appears to be tens of thousands of them. Oh, God. Alright, these dismounted Dunedain Knights are really beginning to piss me off, so we're going to get these 4 units to do some damage. What else we got? Oh my god, these are all my units. This battle has just crumbled so fast, I don't even know what's mine anymore. Let's see. We've got a unit of Orc Band and Raiders chasing some militiamen here. Good lord. Yeah, this went swimmingly. I could not have wanted it to go better. There's only one... There's only one of these... Okay, well, we've lost 20% now, which is disappointing, but... If we could kill this general... That would allow us to continue on, chase down these fleeing archers. Okay, these Dunedain Knights are rightfully going to fight to the last, it seems. One swift cavalry charge and they would break, but I just don't have anyone available. Okay, the Maulers are going to assist in the assassination of this general as we disengage and begin to chase down and break the remaining archers, because they're just, it's going to be hell on earth for the next little while. Look at that, he's fighting bravely. 150 Maulers. Unbelievable. Okay, I really need to run down these units, otherwise they're going to flee into Austin Edel, and I really don't want that to happen. I need to get that unit of... this unit here of 60 men first. Oh, fuck. Who's this? Okay, well, at least one of the generals has fled. Oh, here's the other. Unfortunately, both of the Arnorian generals have fled the field, and we will be seeing them again, but at least... at least their men will not have the same privilege. You want to talk about privilege? Privilege is fleeing the field of battle with your life, whilst the hundreds and thousands of men under your command did not. Okay, so it seems at least that, fuck, we were so effective, we broke the entire Arnorian army much quicker than we could actually kill their fleeing men. So we're going to be seeing some of them within Austin Edel. We'll have to do, possibly, another forced draw out. I don't think we can. I don't think there will be anything outside the city. But, at the very least, we now have reinforcements coming. We have siege equipment. We can definitely starve out what remains of this army and see them crushed within the city, like a tin can being crushed in a pressurized chamber, if that makes any sense. Okay, we lost 745 rather orcs, but we slew or captured nearly 2,000 men. Let's see. Of course, the Numenorians did a huge amount of casualties, as did the halberds, 130. Where's the other unit of halberds? 150. Excellent. So, yeah, it seemed that formation worked out really well. Our archers also did considerable damage. Catapult, very disappointing. And there you have it. The remainder of this army is now in Austin Edel, and it's far fewer men than I expected. There's maybe like 100, 200 total. Well, definitely 200. I noticed this unit is 90. How did I miss this unit? Men-at-arms. Huh. Gandalf the Mean and Argaleb are now inside, and we can easily... well, we could even assault the walls immediately, but instead we will build some equipment. Well, let's go fancy and build some siege towers. We definitely have the points for it. A ram. Well, that's all we need, I guess. There we go. These guys will arrive next turn. We can also... we can switch out... shit, I don't know what I did, but I fucked it up. Well, next turn we can switch out some of these units for some siege equipment, and we can force the walls. And there we go. We've basically captured Austin Edel without much of a fight. One field battle, and we've conquered all of Haradrim, and also the Dunland Hills. I mean, Byreg is basically... like, they've got bandits, for God's sake. I just don't think they're going to be able to hold out that long. Oh, for a second I thought that was my watchtower, and I was going to be like, what the fuck? But no. And... what's better is we even have more reinforcements coming to Moria to really drive home this push here. We're driving a wedge, or at least we will be driving a wedge through the Kingdom of Arnor once we capture Tharbad. And there you have it, everyone. That is it for this episode. As I said, when we come back, we will do some shit with Litash. We will be at the walls of Worm Cove, I assume, and we may have to deal with some elves. I don't know. Anyway, everyone, as always, my name is Incoherence. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you all later.